Hello again team, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin and welcome back for day 22 of the Month of Planning with Me series. Today's tidbit is going to be done as a voiceover while I fill in my planners, so let's get into it. Today's tidbit is similar to something I've talked about before, but a bit more focused. In a previous video, I talked about some of the things you can do to help yourself keep up with your journals. That one is linked in the cards above. But today I also want to talk about how I'm finding balance with my journals at the moment. So how I'm balancing the work that I'm doing in my bullet journal versus my PowerSheets versus my teacher planner. Technically speaking, I also have my long-term collections journal and my R&D bujo, and what I'm going to talk about somewhat applies to those as well. So, there are two main parts as to how I'm finding balance with all of these. The first part is about having a clear idea of what information goes where. So my PowerSheets are for goals and goal setting. My teacher planner is for recording my school schedule, what I'm doing in each of my lessons, the things that I need to do to prepare for those lessons, and a small amount of tracking for my students. My bullet journal is essentially for everything else. And because I mentioned them, my long-term collections journal is for collections that will last longer than the lifetime of one of my day-to-day bullet journals. And the R&D bujo is for trialing out new layouts and making videos for YouTube. Having a clear idea of what information goes where really helps me to figure out where I would have written information previously, and it also helps to make sure that I'm not doubling up on the things that I write down. I super dislike having to write the same things out over and over again. So knowing what should go where is really helpful. In particular, this has also really helped with my bullet journal versus my teacher planner balance. As you guys likely know, I was having some real troubles getting into my bullet journal over the past couple of months, but I was getting a lot of use out of my teacher planner. This was mainly because a lot of what was originally being written in my bullet journal had then been moved to my teacher planner, meaning the only checklist type stuff that was going into my bullet journal was chores. Not very inspiring content, so it didn't really make me all that enthused to get into my bullet journal and do work in there. Now as I'm a bit clearer with myself as to what I put where, that's made it a lot easier to use the two of them in a more balanced way. The second part of finding balance kind of goes against this though, and it's really mostly just a being kind to myself kind of point. I'm not too strict about what goes where, and if I do or don't have double up information. If I think it's going to be helpful to write it in two places, I let myself do that. I don't want to discourage myself from using any of my planners, because I'm umming and ahhing over where I should put information. For instance, whether I should write make a chemistry assignment in my teacher planner or in my bullet journal. Having to go through those little decisions over and over adds up really quickly and kinda sucks the joy out of planning for me. So I try to stick with my overarching rules of what should go where, but I don't beat myself up about putting things in, quote, the wrong place, or putting things in multiple places. If I continue to work with both of those guiding points, I'm going to keep being inclined to use my planners, and thus get things done. I'd be interested to know though, how many planners do you guys have, either analog or digital? For the analog ones I mainly use, I have my 5, but I also have my Outlook calendar which I use for work. That's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you for watching team. If you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you wanted to see more from me, feel free to go check out one of my other videos. Until next time, bye!